Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato sama sambuddhassa. Today we are going to study dhātuvibhaṅga. Dhātuvibhaṅga. A sutta method, the Buddha expounded only 6 kinds of dhatu here, but there are three sets of 6 kinds of dhatu. So Mulatika, Anutika will explain how can we classify it to 80 dhatu. But it is dhātuvibhaṅga. The Buddha expounded only 6 kinds of dhatu, but there is 3 sets. But each 6 kinds of dhatu can be classified into 18. Okay, let's see the Pali. Chat dhatu, the elements are 6. But with dhatu, abo dhatu, tejo dhatu, vayo dhatu, akasa dhatu, vijnana dhatu. 4 elements, 4 great elements, akasa dhatu and vijnana dhatu. So these 6 can be classified into 80 again. So here between abo, tejo, vayo, these 4 cannot be classified again. Akasa dhatu also cannot be classified again. But vijnana dhatu can be classified into 7, as you may know. So 7 vijnana. But when we classify the 7 vijnana, so the relevant element also must be classified, because without dwara, without aramana, there will be no vijnana. The vijnana arises through dwaras, through aramana, through object, through basis, through object. So by taking vijnana, the basis, the vijnana depend on the object the vijnana takes also had to be taken. Then we may have 80 kinds of elements. But in this sutta method, the Buddha expounded only 6 kinds of elements instead of 18. So let's see here. Tata Kadama Pathuvi Dhatu. What is Pathuvi Dhatu? Pathuvi Dhatu Dvaya, Dve Ayan. Dvaya separate into 2 words, Dve Ayan. Pathuvi Dhatu, Dve Ayan. So Dve Ayan. Ayan Pathuvi Dhatu, this the earth element, Dvaya, Dve is of 2. Pathuvi Dhatu, Dvaya. So the Atthakatha will explain this dvaya again, we will see there. But here, according to Atthakatha, Pathuvi Dhatu dvaya here, the separated into 2 words, dve ayan. So ayan is related, is linked with the Pathuvi Dhatu, ayan Pathuvi Dhatu. This Pathuvi Dhatu, dve is of 2. Ati ajatika, ati bahira. There is eternal, there is external. Pathuvi Dhatu are 2, eternal Pathuvi Dhatu, external Pathuvi Dhatu. So the eternal, external, regarding eternal, external, the Atthakatha also were explained. But before we go there, I want to go through the Pali first. So we read the Pali first, then we read the Atthakatha, a tika, if necessary. Ati ajatika, ati bahira. So Pathuvi Dhatu is is of two kinds, internal and external. Tatha Gadama Ajatika Patudadu. The Pali word is not difficult for you to translate into English. Tatha Gadama Ajatika Patudadu. What is Ajatika Patudadu? Tatha here, among the two kinds of Patudadu, internal and external. What is internal? The earth element. Ya Ajada Pajada. So the translation, we have translation. We have translation here. Ajada, the personal. Pajada, self-referable. Ajada Pajada, Kakla, heart. Krigadan, harsh. Kakladan, harness. The Kakla Bawo, be heart. Kakla Bawo. Ajadan, eternal. Chilo. Ajada eternal. Upadena grasp by crave a first view. Upadena grasp by crave a first view. So Sayatida here, Ajada Upadena. So Upadena, we will discuss again according to Atakata. What is Upadena? Here, Ajada Upadena. Ajada referred to Upadena. The eternal is Upadena. Upadena is here eternal. Well, what is called eternal here is referred to Upadena. Upadena, the way we translate Upadena, there's something or phenomena, Upadena, phenomena grasped by crave around you, we say. Upadena grasped by crave around you. So grasped by crave around you, especially referred to Kamija Rupa only. But Adhata will explain there. No, not only Kamija Rupa, but any other Rupa, which is eternal in the body. For example, here, what is eternal earth element?
Hi, Sayadaw. So in the Pali, it's a yang achatang bachatang kakhalang karigatang kakalap kakalatang, yeah, kakalabawo achatang ubadenang. So does that mean that the first word achatang is explained as the bachatang, and the second achatang is explained as the ubadenang?
Yes.
Right, and then
so
also
we can say so. We can say so.
So kakhalang is explained as the karigatang, right? And kakhalatang is explained as the kakalabawo, right? So basically there are only 4 words, not 8,
yes.
right? I see. Okay, thank you.
Ajata, kakhala, kakhalata, ubadena. You can say only 4 words here.
Yes.
So what is here? Eternal earth element. The 32 parts of the body, we say 32 kuthasa, 32 parts of the body. So those 32 will be classified into the elements. What are the Batudadu? What is the Abodadu? What is Wayodadu? But the between Abo, we will see there. So you have seen this one and there, other sutta also. So here, Kesa, Loma, Nakandada, the jaw, Kesa, head hair, Loma, body hair. So Naka, nails, Danda, teeth, the jaw, skin. Dada, the jaw, Masa, Naru, Ati, major, Waka. So Masa, flesh, Naru, news, Ati, bone, Ati, major, bone, marrow. The bone marrow is at the bone. Kidneys are the Atimaja, Waka kidney, Hadia Yagana Kilomaka Pihaka Papasa, the Hadia heart, Yagana liver, Hadia Yagana Kilomaka here, membranous tissue. I don't know this the membranous tissue, Kilomaka, Pihaka spleen, Papasa, lung. Ada adaguna udriya grisan. Ada intestines. Adaguna mesentery the adaguna. Adaguna intestine. The small intestine, we say the mesentery referred to the small intestine. The intestine, the O food will be there, you know. Mesentery, maybe the foods are not the how to say it, the food. This intestine, this is kind of intestine. Actually, intestine, when we say intestine, we refer to the intestine where it store the O food. Mesentery, the intestine that store the new food. Digested food is treatment. Digested food, the food we are eating, we are swallowing, digested food. Excrement, that is pieces. So here one is missing here. Mata longa.
I think the brain.
Yeah. Huh?
The brain.
Yes,
the brain.
The brain is missing here. The Abhidhamma. In Abhidhamma, the Buddha did not mention the brain. But in the Buddhist Abhidhamma, there is the brain. But Anutika said the brain, the brain is similar to the Atimeja. Atimeja, bone marrow. By taking the bone marrow, the brain is already taken, he said. Anutika, Venerable Ananda. So by taking bone marrow, the brain also has been taken. That's why Mata Longa, the brain is not mentioned here. But actually, in Abhidhamma, you cannot see the brain. You cannot see Haryavatu, heart base. Heart base is the brain. It's found in the Abhidhamma. The whatever Yawapananya bi ati ajata pajada kakla krigada kaklada kaklabawa ajada ubadena. There are whatever as there is personal. So this is called internal elements of the station. So the Ayawajri Ajadika Patuidadu. This is Ajadika Patuidadu. So among the 32 parts of the body, we have that is the harness, the heart part of the body. We can say the heart part of the body. The heart part of the body is regarded here as the eternal earth element. So Kesa Loma Naka Dada de Jo, Masa Naru Ati Meja Waka, Hadia Yagana Kilomaka Biaka Papasa, Adaguna Uduria Grisan, altogether 90 parts of the body. Out of among the 32 parts of the body, 90 parts of the body is regarded here as Patuidadu. That is eternal Patuidadu, Ajadika Patuidadu, eternal earth element, 90. The data Kadama Bahira Patuidadu, external earth element, Yam Bahira Kakla, heart, the heart, Krikadan, harsh, Kaklada, harness, Kaklabawo, straight or harness. Bahida external Anubadena, not grasped by crave around you. Not grasped by crave around you. But when we study Anupadena Rupa, we include Jadija Uduja Aharaja. By Anupadena, does not mean so anupadena here. Atakata will explain this. But here you have to note here, Bahida anupadena rupa. Bahira Bhatvi Dhatu referred to the Bahida anupadena rupa. Ajadika Bhatvi Dhatu referred to the Ajata upadena rupa. Bahira Bhatvi Dhatu referred to Bahida anupadena rupa. What are they here? Any hard things here, any hard phenomena outside our body, or any hard materialities here, ayo loha. So this term, the ayo, the iron we say, ayo, what is ayo here? The iron, ayo, loha, the copper. So tipu, 10. So sisa not head here, sisa lead. Then satyan, that is silver. So mokta, that's pearl. And the mani, gem. And the veluria, cast iron. We say, Ebami, we say cast iron here. Veluria. Sankho, that is shell. Shell, the shell of the nest, the shell of the shell of the animal in the ocean. Shell. So called sila stone. Sila stone. Powala here, coral. Rajada, all these are hard, Rajada, silver, Jadarupa coin. Rajada, what? Silver coin. Jadarupa, gold. Jadarupa, Rajada, we say. The Lohitanga, that is ruby. So Masara Galan, variegated precious stone. This one, Myanmar has this stone, but the British government took it to England. But it is in England now, the stone. See, Masara Kala. Very precious one, very expensive. You come by a country, that one. So Tina here. Grass, kata wood, sakra, gravel, sakra, small stone actually, katala, pushat. I don't know that pushat. Pushat means a piece of the glass, like a piece of the plate. Bhumi, the earth. Pasana, the stove. Pavda, the mountain. All these, any kinds of harness that does not exist in our body, that exists also our body. Any kinds of harness here is called Bahira Bhatvi Dhatu. Ajadika Bhatvi Dhatu, Bahira Bhatvi Dhatu. Any harness. The Yabananya pi ati Bahira, Kakala, Krikada, Kaklada, Kakla Bawa Bhaida, Anupadena. So there will be many. Here, just example, the hard things, the hard phenomena, or the hard materialities. Just example here, taking example. So there will be many kinds, like your computer, iPad, your phone, your books. All these are also included in the external, the art element. Any harness is called here external hard element, or the art element. Aya wajidi Bhatvi Dhatu. Yaja ajadika Bhatvi Dhatu, Yaja Bahira Bhatvi Dhatu. What is ajadika? A Bahira art element. The Dhakaja Abhisanya called it the make it one. Aya wajidi Bhatvi Dhatu. This is called Bhatvi Dhatu. Yeah, take these together collectively, briefly. Abhis Tedekacha, take this together. Abhisinyo Hidwa, collectively, and Abhisankipidwa, briefly, Sankipidwa, make it brief, briefly here, briefing things. This is Patwidadu. So according to the Sutta method or dhātuvibhaṅga, Patwidadu is classified into two: eternal Patwidadu, external Patwidadu. So eternal Patwidadu, the referred to the 90 parts of the body among the 32 parts of the body. That is heart. Anything heart in our body. Brain also heart actually, or brain also heart. Any heart in our body. But brain is the bone marrow. Actually, according to Anutika, bone marrow just like a brain, you know. The brain is similar to the bone marrow. That's why the Buddha did not mention the brain. I don't know whether the people use the brain in Buddha's time. I don't know. But the Buddha really did not mention about the brain. But according to Anutika, the brain has been taken by taking bone marrow. Bone marrow and the brain may be the same, according to the element. But who dhatu? What is abodhatu? 174. Abodhatu. Tata kadama abodhatu. Tata among the four elements. Kadama abodhatu. What is the water element? Element of cohesion. Abodhatu dwaya, abodhatu dwe ayan. Abodhatu dwe ayan. Here, ayan is not translated here. So maybe the translator referred to the another meaning of the explanation. The element of cohesion, he just said, the element of cohesion is twofold. But according to this, dwe ayan, this element of cohesion is twofold. Should be like that. Ati ajadika, ati bahira, twofold. That is internal and external. Tata kadama ajadika abodhatu, among the two, among the internal, external, the cohesion element. So what is internal cohesion element? Ya ajada bajada abogada. Ajada bajada. How should not say referable? Abo element the water, abo, abogada, fruit, sineho, visit, sinehagada, viscous, badanata, cohesiveness of matter. So badanata, that coheses the matters, coheses the things into one. Rupasa here, badanata, rupasa here. Rupasa badanata, rupasa. So cohesiveness of matter. Eternal upadana, here also upadana. Because these 32 parts of the body, these two parts produced by the karma, because that's why they are called the upadana. But here not exactly upadana. When we say upadana, we don't refer to only kamacha rupa, we do refer to another rupa also. For example, here, Sayatidan, Paitan Sema Bobo Lahita Sidomido, Paitan Pine, Sema flag, Bobo Pass, Lohita blood, Sido sweat, made of fat. Paitan Sema Bobo Lahita Sidomido, Asu Wasa, Asu tears. Wasa, yeah. Wasa, here, lamps. How to translate lamps? Labs. Wasa, Kela, silver, saliva. So this is Kela, saliva. Saganika, Nasa, mucus, yeah, Saganika, Lasika, Lasika, here, this is the Saganika, mucus, we refer to the mucus. Then Lasika here, Cinnabaya fruit, the something sticky in the body, something sticky in the body are there. So Mogda, urine. So these are included in the arbor. The arbor. These can heat the things to be bigger. Whatever else there is personal, reportable, waterproof, visit, viscous, cohesiveness of matter, eternal graphs. This is called eternal element of cohesion. So the element here, eternal element of cohesion. So how many you have? Paita sima popo lohita se do me do. Asu wasa kilo saganika lasika moda 12 plus 90, we have 31 parts of the body. According to Vibhaṅga, the dhātuvibhaṅgo, there are only 31 parts of the body instead of 32 parts of the body. So these 32 parts of the body or 31 parts of the body subdivided into 2 parts. So one part belongs to the Paṭaka dhātu, one part belongs to Abho dhātu. So in our body, you have only 2 kinds of dhātu, Paṭaka dhātu, Abho dhātu. So when we classify our body into 32 parts, these 32 parts belongs to only Paṭaka dhātu, Abho dhātu, not Tejo Ewayo. Tejo Ewayo not included in the 32 parts of the body or 31 parts of the body. So what is Bahira Abho dhātu? Abho dhātu. Yang Bahira Abhogada Sine. Yang Bahira Abhogada Sineha Gada Padanada Rupasa. Bahida Anupadena, external Anupadena, no cross point crave around you. What are they here? Sayatida, Mula Raso. The Rasa here. Rasa or the Mula, the root. Juice of roots, Mula Raso. Kada Raso, juice of stem. The ja, juice of bark. Pata, leaf. The popa, flowers. The pala, fruits. Kira, milk. Tadi, salt card. Tadi. Sapi, the clarifying butter. Sapi, we say like a jackery. Jackery also kind of sapi. Sapi. Nawanida, fresh butter. Tela, wine. Madu, honey. Panida, molasses. Panida. Bomaniwa udagani. Atale kaniwa. Bomaniwa udagani. Atale kaniwa udagani. So waters of the earth or waters of this kind. The water is the earth, the water is this kind, any kinds of water. So it's called here water element, eternal water element. Oh, sorry, external water element. So the water inside our body, the cohesiveness in our body is called eternal cohesiveness. So the any cohesiveness outside our body is called the external cohesiveness. So waters of the earth, waters of this kind, or whatever else there is external. So any kinds of juice, any kinds of water, any kinds of fruit. So all kinds, you see, that cohere something outside our body is called here external the abodhadu, external water element. Then Tatakrama Tejo Dhatu. What is Tejo Dhatu? Tejo Dhatu Dwaya, the same thing Dwaya Dwe Ayan. Tejo Dhatu Dwaya, Ati Ajadika Ati Bahira, Tatakrama Ajadika Tejo Dhatu. Ya Ajatan, Ajadika Tejo Dhatu here, Alima heat, Ajada Tejo, yeah. Personal self-referable, fire. Ajada Pajada Tejo, fire. Tejogada, fiery. Tejogada, Usma, Usma. What? Usma, heat. Usma. Usma gada, hot. Usuma, warmth. Usma gada, warmth. Ajada upadena, here upadena grass. Ajada, any ajada here, the Buddha used the word upadena. Ajada upadena. Ajada means upadena. Yeah, upadena does not mean like other upadena here. Upadena means ajada. The ajada means here upadena means ajada. Yeja santabhati senatida. That by which one is heated. Yeja santabhati. That by which one is heated. Yeja yenaja jiriyadi. That by which one becomes decayed. Jiriyadi. Yenaja pritishadi. That by which one is burnt up. Yenaja asita pita kaida saida sama parinama gajadi. That by which the eaten, something which is eaten, the drug, something which is drug, and the stewed, something which is stewed, and the taste gets completely digested. Something digested, what you have eaten, what you have drunk, what you have the swallowed. So it comes to the digested state, or whatever else there is personal. So this is called eternal element or heat. So anything which is hot in our body, anything which is warm in our body, and the warm and the hot. Because here, yenaja santabhati, yenaja chiridi, yenaja brishadi, yenaja asidibida. The last one, the last sentence referred to the kamaja tejo, which is kamaja tejo, digestive system. If you don't have the food there, the digestive system will have you are testing. So you need the food there. You need to eat any food. If there is no food, it will burn your intestine. So you will get the stomachache there. Then Tatakarama Bahira Tejo Dhatu. What is Bahira Tejo Dhatu? Ya Bahira Tejo Gada Usma Gada Usuma Gada Bahida Anupadena. External element here used as Anupadena. Bahida Anupadena. Anupadena does not refer to the matter, something that is not grasped by craving around you. Sayatita here, what kind of the Bahira, what kind of element which is external here? Kataki, fire, wood fire. Kataki, wood fire. Palalaki, straw fire. The Tinagi, grass fire. Gomeyaki, here, counter fire. Counter fire, if you go to India, you will see the people are using this as a fine wood, because they do not have wood to make a fire. They use the grass, they use the cow ducks, they mix together and they make it dry, they expose in the sun, they make it dry, they use as fine wood. So in India, you will see there, everywhere in the wall also they pour in the wall. So they put those things in the wall. So everywhere in India, counter fire, that is called counter fire. But in Myanmar, we do not use here. In Myanmar, we do not use. In Buddha's time, since Buddha's time, the people use this. That's why the people use this term. This term, Gomeyagi. Tusaki, husk fire. Sangaraki, rubbish fire. The Aidaki, lightning fire. Sometimes if there is lightning, so if the thunderbolt hit the tree, the fire arises there. But that fire, we may call it just wood fire there, tree fire, wood fire. But with the electricity in the cloud meet together, there is light. So lightning appear there. This kind of fire maybe. See? Indaki, Eki Santa Bo, fire heat. What is fire heat? The heat comes from the fire maybe, or the heat exceeds the fire. Surya Santa Bo, yes, this heat comes from the sun, some heat. Then Katha Sanitya Santa Bo, heat generated in a heap of wood. Actually, wood fire. Actually, this heat comes from the wood fire. Heat generated in a heap of grass. This one, Tina Sanitya Sandapo, the grass fire. Heat comes from the grass fire. Dinya Sanitya Sandapo, Dinya here, paddy. So where you burn the paddy, there is heat, this kind of heat. Banda Sanitya Sandapo, Banda heat generated in a heap of in a heap of goats. Banda, any kinds of goats. Yawa Banyabi Ati Bahira de Jogada. So any other heat, any fire, any heat, not only fire, the heat comes from the fire or any warm, any external. So that does not exist in our body. Any fire, any warm, any hot, any heat, no, that is outside our body. It's called here external heat element. Ayawujri Bahira de Jodadu, Yaja Ajadika de Jodadu, Yaja Bahira de Jodadu, Bo Ajadika Bahira de Jodadu, the Dekatan, sorry, Ajadika de Jodadu, Bahira de Jodadu, the Dekatan, Abisinyo Hidwa, Abisan Kipitwa, Aya Wujri de Jodadu. So make it them together. Collectively and briefly, they are called the Jodadu. Then what is Wayodadu? Wayodadu, the element of motion. Wayodadu, the element of motion. So that is also a two. The Wayodadu Dwe Ayan, this element of motion is so two. Ati Ajadika, Ati Bahira, the same. Tatagrama Ajadika Wayodadu. What is Ajadika Wayodadu? Ya Ajada Bajada Wayogada Tabitatan. Ya Wayogada. Wayogada Airy. Wayogada Tabitatan. The expression of matter. Here, Tabitata Rupasa should be lake with the word Tabitata. Tabitata Rupasa, the pleasure of matter. The Ajata Upadana, eternal graphs. For example, this Theatita, Udagama Wata, Udagama Wayo, Adogama Wayo, we say here instead of Wayo, we say Wata. So I said it when Udagama, the way coming from the up the part of the body. Adogama Wada, this said it when the way come from the low or part of our body. Kosisiya Wada, the abdomen when the way is our abdomen. The Kutasaya Wada, intestine when Kutasaya, the way is intestine. So where we park. So there is when, that's such kind of when. Anga Maga Nusari no Wata. So here, when is circulated in the limbs. So it does not come up from our body. So it's very, very difficult to stay, very, very difficult to bear such kind of wind because it does not come outside. It exists in our body. It's circulating in our body, That's why we need to take any kind of medicine to take it out. That kind of wind. Satka water, knife like wind. This wind, my mother died with this wind. You see, this wind cut the nervous system. When the nervous system is cut, the bee dying, So this kind of satka water. So like a knife, you see, with this wind happen in your body. So you feel very, very painful. So it's just like a knife, very painful. So it makes us like a paralytic stroke, paralytic stroke, this one. So the way does not go anywhere else. Okay, Kuraka water. Kuraka razor like wind. The wind like a razor. The wind like a razor. The Sarka water, Kuraka water, the same. Oblaga water. What kind of wind? Oblaga water. Red wind. What kind of wind? I don't know. This wind. So you see, squeeze your heart. So this wind may squeeze your heart. You cannot breathe anymore. It makes your heart, your breathe. It makes you breathe very, very difficult. Such kind of wind. It's called here obla wada. Asasa pasa so. A breath or breath. This is also wind. A breath or breath. A breath or breath. So whatever wind here. Yawa bananyabi ati ajatan pajatan wayo gada tabitata rupasa ajata upadena. So inside our body, any kind of wind inside our body is called ajatika wayo dhatu. Well, if you know the ajatika wayo dhatu, you also know bahira wayo dhatu. The any wind outside our body. Any wind inside our body is called eternal element of motion. So any wind outside our body is called external element of motion. So two kinds of wind here. So what kind of wind? Let's see. This is external here. Puritima wada. Puritima wada. Puritima wada. easterly winds, westerly winds. So the term, the Pali term, you have to know the Pali term only here. But the wind here, Puratima Wada, Pachima Wada, Uttara Wada, northern wind. Dakina Wada, southern wind. Sreja Wada, Araja Wada. So Sreja Wada, what is Sreja Wada? Dusty wind. The wind with the dust. Sometimes when you go outside, so the wind blows out with the dust there. So you have to close your eyes. Dust free wind. So the like a breeze wind, the fresh wind, fresh air, those are it's called here dust free winds. Cool winds. So you know you stay at the countryside in the Western country in Europe. So cool wind, hot wind, upper Myanmar, the winds are very hot. Even in lower Myanmar is summer, the winds are very hot. Gentle winds, this is very, very fresh wind, very nice, strong wind. So these days we have storm. The Asani storm, that's why we have rain here. Asani storm hit the delta region. Black wind like a tornado, you know, tornado, the winds are black. So the tornadoes. The wind accompany black clouds. Yes. High altitude winds. What kind of wind is that? What kind of wind?
So it's like those places, like for example, like the Tibet. You say in a high altitude, so the wind very strong.
Tibet, sorry?
I mean, like in Tibet.
Oh, Tibet.
Yeah. Because they are in a high altitude place, so.
I see. The mountain, the way of the mountain, or the way of the sky, something like that.
No, it depends. The altitude is high or low. Like us, we are in a low altitude. So
I see. The wind winds, like the like what aeroplane, the wind, aeroplane winds. Air motion caused by burst winds also. Supana wind, supana, that is a kind of bird. The legend, that is legend bird. Air motion caused by the mythical Kurula bird, but we have never seen this one. Winds from the circular palm leaf. Tala water. So where you find yourself with the palm leaves, that is called wind through the circular palm leaves. Wind through a palm. So a fan, we have a fan, so we get the wind. That's kind of wind. Then, or whatever else, there is wind. It's kind of wind. So any wind, any air, any wind, any air outside our body is called here external wind or external the motion element. Then what is the element of space? Agasa dhatu. Agasa dhatu. Agasa dhatu dwaya ati ajadika ahiti bahira. The Pali is simple. The ajadika bahira, ajadika or ajadika and bahira. What is ajadika agasa dhatu? Ya ajada pajada agaso agasagada agan. Agaso. So agaso space, agasagada special, how to say special? So agan, white. Agagadan, voiceless. We were all, it's a sticks. We were all, it's a stick. We were it's a station. Asamputta, not in the contact with the flesh or blood. Vivaragada, Asamputta, or here, Asaputta Masa Lohitehi. Asaputta Masa Lohitehi. This is eternal air, eternal space. Asaputta, not contact with the air is, not in contact with the flesh and blood. With the flesh, with the blood. So what kind of space is that? In our body, the space which is not in contact with the flesh or which is not in contact with the blood. What kind of space is that? Do you know? The space which is not in contact with the flesh, which is not in contact with the blood. So there is a kind of space also there. So eternal graphs, ajada upadena. That means the space inside our body, inside the body of the beings. So the space inside the body of the being is called ajadika, eternal space, ajadika element of space. Sayatida kana, yeah, let's see. The example is given here. Oral passage. Oral passage, kana, yeah. Oral passage, nasa passage. The mukha dwara, the mouth door. Yenaja asita pita kaida saida ajoharadi. So we swallow, we eat, we swallow, we drink, we eat, we swallow anything here. We swallow. There a waste, the eating, the draw, the chew, the taste, rest. What does it mean? The taste rest. A dog da nekamadi. There by which the eating, the draw, the chewing, the taste passes out lower down. Out lower down, nekamadi, adobaga nekamadi, out lower down. So the any space here, space in our body, those are also space. We have a lot of space in our body. We have 9 doors, we say, but actually more than 9 doors. Each the hair, there is also space. There also the dwara, the doors. There are many kinds of doors. Any kinds of space in our body is called the eternal element of space in our body. Then Datha Karma Bahira Akasa Dadu, Ya Bahira Akaso Akasa Gada Akan. So what is here? The Chituhi Mahabuddhi Bahida Anupadena. So which is eternal space, special, white, oneness. It has tissue, not in contact with the 4 great elements. Not in contact, which is not in contact with the 4 great elements. So any space which is not the contact, which is not in contact with the 4 great elements. Because everything you see, 4 great elements are there. So everything, every phenomena, every material phenomena, there are 4 great elements. So the 4 great, the space, there is not a touch with those elements. It's called here external bahira. So ayawajri bahira agasa dhatu. Ayawajri bahira agasa dhatu. Tadekaja abisinyo hedowa abisankipidowa ayawajri agasa dhatu. Any space outside our body is called our agasa dhatu. Then the last one. Tatha Gadama Viññāna Dhatu. Viññāna Dhatu here is not classified into eternal, external. all vinyanas are eternal. See, all vinyanas are eternal. Tata karma vinyana dhatu, Chakku vinyana dhatu, Soda vinyana dhatu, Kana vinyana dhatu, Jiva vinyana dhatu, Kaya vinyana dhatu, Mana vinyana dhatu. Ayavajita vinyana dhatu. This is vinyana dhatu. So what will you say Chakku vinyana dhatu? So the base, that Chakku vinyana dhatu depends on also should be taken. The object, the Chakku vinyana dhatu arises through it, through the object. The object also should be taken here. So when you take Chakku vinyana dhatu, Chakku dhatu, Rupa dhatu, Chakku vinyana dhatu. You have 3 dhatu here. Soda vinyana dhatu, you have Soda dhatu, Soda vinyana here, Soda dhatu, Sada dhatu, Soda vinyana dhatu, 3. Ekana vinyana dhatu also you have here according to the explanation of Anutika here. I explain you about Anutika. So you have Kana dhatu, Gandha dhatu, Kana vinyana dhatu. Jiva vinyana dhatu, by taking Kaya vinyana dhatu, you also have to take Jiva dhatu, Rasa dhatu, Jiva vinyana Rasa dhatu. By taking Kaya vinyana dhatu, you also have to take Kaya dhatu, Potava dhatu. The Manovinyana dhatu can be classified into Mano dhatu, Manovinyana dhatu. Then you have here a Vinyana dhatu also. You can classify it to 80 dhatu, 80 elements. So the Manovinyana dhatu. So we have Dhatu dhatu, Apo dhatu, Tejo dhatu, Vayo dhatu, Agasa dhatu. These dhatu will be included. Chakku vinyana dhatu, Chakku dhatu, Rupa dhatu. Because a Rupa dhatu, there is also 4 elements. There are also 4 elements. So, Soda dhatu, Kana dhatu, Gandha dhatu, Jiva dhatu, Rasa dhatu, Kaya dhatu, Potava dhatu. All those dhatu, you see these 4 elements will be included in all those. So even though we have, or even though the Buddha is founded here, 6 kinds of elements. These 6 kinds of elements, again, if you classify again, then you will get 80 elements. So suttantabhājanīyaṃ, dhātuvibhaṅga, the Buddha is founded only 6 kinds of elements instead of 80 kinds of elements. A suttanta method. These 6 kinds of elements also can be found a separate suttas, a suttanta. So you can see these 6 kinds of dhatu is separate suttas. So the meditation teacher always talk about these 6 kinds of elements instead of talking about 80 kinds of elements, because these 6 kinds of elements are the obvious meditation object or where is taking meditation. That's why meditation teacher always mention these 6 kinds of elements. Chachaka, we say Chachaka Sutta also explain or mentioned these 6 kinds of elements. So a suttanta, mostly you will see these 6 kinds of elements. But you also can see in the suttanta, instead of 6 kinds of elements, you can also see 80 kinds of elements there. A suttanta. But a dhātuvibhaṅga suttanta method, you see only 6 kinds of elements. So today we cannot go to the Atthakta. So tomorrow we will read the. Oh, no, sorry.
May I ask a question?
Okay.
So when we classify like Chakku dhatu, Rupa dhatu, so according to the six elements, the dhatu also like the Patri, Apo, Tejo, Vayo, Agasa. So we also can so the Chakku dhatu and Chakku dhatu and the Rupa dhatu, they also have these 5, right?
Yes.
Separately, for example, the Chakku has the 5, and the Rupa dhatu also have the 5, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
all these 5 dhatu will be included in the rupa dhatu, in the material dhatu, material element.
Nothing in the Jakku Dhatu.
Material element, I mean, Jakku dhatu also one of the material elements.
Yes.
Material
I was
element, I mean,
thinking only
Jakku, Rupa, Soda, Sada. Yes.
I only saw the Rupa Dhatu. Okay.
No, not only Rupa dhatu, all the material elements. So we have 11 kinds of material elements there. So these 5 will be included in those 11 kinds. So when we are taking the Vijnana dhatu, when we say Vijnana dhatu also, they also will be included in the other Vijnana dhatu, but not really Vijnana dhatu. The real Vijnana dhatus are only 6. Sorry, 6. Jakusana Gana Jiva Kaya Mano Vijnana. Yes, Mano Vijnana, 6 Vijnana dhatu. But by taking these 6, so the related dhatu also has been taken. That's why these 6 can be again classified into 18.
So
But
Sayadaw,
please.
I'm sorry, but then Sayadaw, you said that the Buddha mentioned only 6 dhatus because these are obvious for vipassana meditation.
Yes.
But then the akasa is we can't really meditate on akasa. Akasa is not a nibbana. It's not nibbana rupa.
So there is space in each of the kalapa. Each of the kalapa, among each of the kalapa, there is space. So when you take meditation, even though this is not included in nibbana rupa, you can take meditation here, but not for the insight meditation and there.
Because I remember what we learned in the vipassana is we can only contemplate on the 18 nibbana rupa.
Yes.
Yeah, but then akasa is included in the anibbana rupa.
Yes.
So it's kind of strange.
But we do not contemplate all the akasa as anicca dukkha anatta as vipassana. We do not, but we know among each of the elements, among each of the kalapa, there is space. Space is everywhere. In our body, space is everywhere. Among the kalapas, to know that only and there. But no one, you see, no one teaches. The meditator need to meditate all the space. No one say that. But the Buddha always use akasa dhatu, even a suttanta.
Yes.
The Buddha want to emphasize and there. So there is space in each and every kalapa. So between the kalapa, among the kalapas, there is space. There are many space. Maybe he just want to say, he just want to emphasize there are many kalapas, but the kalapas are not connected each other. They arise separately. Among them, there is space. Maybe the Buddha just want to emphasize that. But I do not have any explanation for this.
Yes.
This is my idea.
Yes, okay, Sayadaw. Yeah, so and then the next time, Sayadaw, please point us to where in the Anuttika it is explained, Sayadaw.
Anuttika?
Yes, because Sayadaw said that for the Vijnana dhatu, then even though that there are 6 of them, you have to consider 18 of them altogether. And Sayadaw said that it is explained in the Anuttika. So yeah, we'd like to know where is it said in the Anuttika. Yes.
So Atthakta, when we read Atthakta, we will see those things.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
We will read together with the Mulatika and Anuttika.
Yes.
We will not miss that one,
Yes.
Okay, that's all for today. Thanks for listening. How about tomorrow?
No, tomorrow. So the day after tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let's start our class. Let's conclude our class. Buddha Sasana Jira Detetu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detetu. Buddha Sasana Jira Detetu. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.
Sadhu,
Thank
sadhu,
you so
sadhu.
much,
Thank you very much.
Sayadaw.
Thank you very much, Sayadaw.
Okay.
We'll
Hope to
see you
see
the day
you
after tomorrow. Yes, Sayadaw.
See you, Sayadaw.